Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day today. I had a great day actually. We went out to Coach's little celebration there, and then ended up supposed to be only 2 hours. Ended up being about 8 hours. Way old dudes are when they get together talking about the glory days. So yeah, we went, hung out at the football room, went to the football field, goofed around a bit, went out for supper, coffee, all that stuff. So it was a great day. Sad day at points, talking about coach and reminiscing and a few friends we've lost along the way. Rest in peace, boys. Um, but yeah, it was a good day all around. Good day. I didn't really get a chance to wear anything or test anything, so it's not a day with or anything like that. But I thought I didn't want to leave you with no video today. I kind of do my best to put out a video a day anyway. I mean, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, but I'm kept pretty good track record, I think. And so today might be a video you're not interested in. That's fine. You don't want to watch it. It's really no skin off my nuts, I guess. I just wanted to do a videos for you. So I'm going to talk about um, selling and buying online. I'm going to focus first on the early days, what it's like now, and why I don't generally do it anymore, except for, frag buy and a couple other, mostly just frag buy, but discounters in general, legitimate discounters are fine. That's where I get a lot of my stuff, probably 80% of my stuff, really. But I mean, like auctions and Facebook groups and things like that, and Facebook. Uh, so let's take you back to the glory days for me, anyways, early 2000s. Now, I don't know how long eBay had been around. I heard it was really around since like 95, 96. But I don't know. Seems a little early to me. I never got my first internet till 97. Um, but 96, 96 is when I got the internet. My aunt got it a year before that, so 95. So maybe, I guess, I don't know. It just seemed early to me, but it wasn't really, at least around my area, it wasn't a popular thing till closer than 2001, 2002, before I think I even really heard about it. And then I didn't use it for about a year later, so 2003. But I loved it. I mean, you used to be able to get deals on there, and that's the difference now. And you'd go to eBay, and I bought action figures, video games, movies, clothes, cologne, uh, deodorants, you name it. You could buy it off eBay, and I bought all kinds of stuff like that off of eBay. Um, and it used to be good deals. Like that was the thing. It used to be people selling stuff. It was almost like an online flea market or yard sale, really. And I never sold a lot on there at that point in time. Because back then you didn't have to have a credit card to buy. You did have to have it to sell, but to buy you just needed you could do. Most people took money orders. I'm sure there was electronic ways, but I usually just used money orders. And you prayed, you gave buddy the money order, and they sent you the stuff. And I never really got burned. A couple of times, but nothing really. Most people were honest. And then I noticed around 2012 or so, things started to change. 13, things started to change. Maybe even a little earlier, maybe 2010 ish. Um, it went from being like an online flea market to more of an online store. People would open up stores, and the deals kept getting harder and harder and harder to find. To now, you go on eBay. I don't think there's a whole lot of good deals. Maybe there is. Maybe you find. Maybe I'm just unlucky, but I don't find a whole lot of good deals. It's just people with their online stores, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, just selling stuff just below retail at retail, or a lot of times above retail. Um, but I remember going to eBay, and since this is a cologne channel, getting some good colognes for good prices. Um, Got a bottle of Chikara Noir, which wasn't even expensive back then, around 2006, but it was a little more expensive. It was, it was about $40 in store, $40, $50, and I got it for $10. I mean, bottle of cool water for like $15. Uh, bottle of Tommy for like $15. I mean, this is average price for those kind of fragrances. I did get a bottle of Fahrenheit for like $60. Maybe it was 70. Um, got a bottle of Jupe, a small bottle of Jupe for like $10. I mean, you got to realize this is like early 2000s, so these fragrances were still, Jupe and Fahrenheit were still $150. You know what I mean? So, um, maybe not that much back then, 120 or so, but still, that was a good deal. And you used to be able to go on eBay and find deals like that. And I got action figures for people would sell nowadays for 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 plus dollars for, $5, $10. I got video games, same thing. Used to have a bunch of Nintendo and Sega Master System games from back in my youth, and I don't think I spent any more than $10 on one of those games. Kicking myself in the ass for getting rid of most of them a few years later, because some of them are worth thousands of dollars now. But so that's why I stopped buying on eBay. Also, one of the reasons I stopped buying on eBay is I got burned a couple times. Uh, by buying stuff. I was supposed to get a bottle of Polo Green, which was at that point was still a nostalgic scent for me, and I ended up getting the bottle, and it was pretty much filled with water. I mean, I knew right away as soon as I took the top off, and you could see where they crimped it back up and put some silicone or something around it and sprayed it. It had barely any smell. It's like fudge, and that's that wasn't very nice. So I stopped buying on places like that. Then I used to buy from Facebook groups a few years ago, quite, I wouldn't say religiously, but I bought from a few. Mostly decants. And again, I got burned a couple times. I got an Aventus decant that smelled exactly like a dollar store fragrance. Didn't smell like any Aventus I ever smelled. It was like, it was trying to be Aventus, but for a buck, so, yeah, no, so yeah, and, so I kind of just stopped using Facebook groups for that either. And then I didn't sell at that point in time when I was younger, but as years went on, I started selling stuff a few years ago. But just before I started the channel, I was quite the prolific uh, seller on eBay. Sold a lot of, not prolific, I shouldn't say that, but I sold probably about 100 bottles of cologne on eBay. And the reason I stopped selling on eBay was because you have no recourse as a seller. If a buyer says they didn't get it, and you shipped it, doesn't matter. Yes, you have a tracking number and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. They get their money back, and you're out your cologne, and they got it. Or they say you sent them a fake. That always pissed me off. You guys know me. There's no way I'd sell you a fake if I said it was real. I'll tell you if it's a fake, and I'll sell it to you at a decent price if you wanted it. But I wouldn't sell you a fragrance as and that happened a couple times, and I definitely know they got it, and so they get my my bottle of them all, which at the time was there wasn't a whole lot of discounters, so it wasn't real cheap. They got that, Plus they're $70, $80. Oh, son of a bitch. So it just got to be, you know, when it started to be like 1 out of every 10, I was like, it's not worth it. Not worth it. It's just not worth it. You had no recourse as a seller on eBay. I don't know if you do now or not, but you didn't back then. It was you. Seller said it didn't come, it was broken or was fake, whatever. They got to keep whatever you gave them. You basically gave it to them and pay out a little money too, because I always footed the shipping. A lot of places didn't. It's $20 most of the time to ship. So depending on the price of something, of course, if I was selling something for 70, 80, 90, $100, I'd free shipping. Anything lower than $70 you paid the shipping on. But yeah, and then I started, like I said, I was using Facebook groups to buy decants and stuff, and I got a few fake decants. I started selling things through like Facebook and uh, Kijiji and things like that. And some of you might be old enough to remember Yahoo auctions. Sold some stuff through there. But basically, I stopped with Facebook groups because I got a couple buying because I got a couple fakes, like I said, and legitimate fakes. I mean, I know a fake generally, and the few times I sold through Facebook groups, I don't know what it is. I'm not really a member of a whole lot of them. I might be a couple of them, but I don't check them. Um, it was more prominent in the Facebook groups than it even was in eBay for the seller because you went through PayPal for the seller to say, they never got it or this or that, and PayPal is even worse than eBay when it comes to that. It's like, no, here's your money, and I was out many, not too many whole bottles, but a lot of decants. A lot of decants. I was out, and so I just stopped using them. I just buy either retail or from uh, trusted discounters now. I don't buy from eBay or Facebook groups or anything like that anymore, and I'm never going to again for the most part, unless I know the person. Um, then no. Um, so that's a few reasons why I stopped buying and selling online for the most part. I have been thinking about trying eBay again because I have a lot of stuff I'm never going to wear. Um, a lot of these cheap dupes. The problem with selling them on eBay is I'd either have to sell them for $4 or $5 a piece and charge $20 shipping, or charge you $25 for. I would just wouldn't feel right about doing that for a $4 or $5 dupe, right? Um, Unless somebody really wanted it, I guess, and they can't find it, then $25 isn't bad. And a lot of them, even $25, it's cheaper than the braggers are duping. So I guess it's still not bad. It just doesn't feel right. This doesn't sit right with me. If there was a way to do it with free shipping, or I would, but I don't know. But and I've got a lot of clones I'm never gonna wear. So I was thinking, maybe I should give eBay a try again. But it seems like so much work. It's so much work, and it's real hard for a collector like myself to sell stuff. You guys know of collecting anything. Mm. You sell one thing and you miss it. You might like I think, geez, I sold that Givenchy Play Intense for like $300-$400. I can't remember now, but a lot of money. And I only wore it once, and I never wore it again. And I miss having it on my shelf. That's weird because I was never gonna wear it, so I should, I got the money for it, but I kind of part of me wishes I never sold it, right? So anyway, that's just it, guys. That's kind of just a quick little, well, not a quick, I guess a long video of why I stopped buying and selling on eBay and online, Facebook in general, and only deal with retail and trusted discounters now because I don't. It's just not worth it, guys. It's just not worth it. Too many people will scam you. Too many people scam you both ways too. Buying and selling, you get scammed. Um, so unless you know the person you're dealing with, um, Don't do Facebook groups. Don't do eBay. Just go to either go retail or go discounters. Or go to your local whatever Kijiji or whatever, and where you're going to pick it up at their house. So if they do fake you can fucking kick their door in and tell them you want your money back. Which I don't think I've had anybody fake me on Kijiji or flea markets and things like that around here. Maybe once or twice if I really sat and thought about it, but I don't think they faked on purpose. It was just kind of, they got it from somebody and told them it was this, and that's what they thought it was, and it ended up being a dupe, a fake. So, yeah. So, yeah, guys. Like I said, may not be your favorite video, and I understand that, but it's just a little information, a little backstory on, because again, I've had a lot of people ask me too, like, I can't find, I can't find this, can you get me one and sell it to me? Well, this was what, let's say $20. In order for me to ship this to you would cost you 20, or depending on where you're at, sometimes depending on what part of the state you're in and what part of Canada, this can be $30 to ship. At that point, you just spend $50. Well, 50 plus, about $55 on this $20 fragrance, and which I guess is still good because it's not a bad representation of Tom Ford Lost Cherry, but which is a $250 fragrance. So it's still not bad, but let's get into the $5 dupes, and it's going to cost you $35 for me to ship you to buy and ship a $5 dupe. You go online and get an Armaf or a Latafa or something else for about the same price. So, but I have been thinking about going back and trying eBay again. I might give it a try. I don't know. What do you guys think? Will I miss them too much? I think I will. I don't think I'll. But I want to have a look and just maybe do a sample sale and see how it goes. But I'm not really going to do it seriously or anything. I'm like I said, maybe a sample sale, sell a couple things. But I don't, honestly, now that I think about it, probably not. I'm a collector. All right, guys, I'm rambling now. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves. Also, let me know if you have any good or bad experiences with online shopping other than, legit websites, not auction sites. All right, guys, later.